most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
Together
therapist.
we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, we're going to discuss the safest neck decompression at home. It is easy to use, wouldn't you say?
It's very easy to use. It's a wonderful
very well
device.
designed. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, by the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. And you'll want to join us on our social media channels because a couple reasons.
Yes.
One, we're always giving something away. So you go to bobandbrad.com and we're doing a giveaway section. You go to the giveaway section.
The giveaway.
Or to go to Bob and Brad on Facebook. And I'll show you in a second what we're giving away. But if you want to get shortened versions of this, you think we ramble on too much. Who would think that, Brad?
Yes.
Go to our Twitter account or go to Twitter account or our Instagram account.
We got through the whole thing, Bob.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's carry on.
This is the giveaway here. If Liz can do a close-up on here, you can see the neck. It's a neck and back massager, the RENPHO. And you can also see the back. You might be able to see that through the dark there, the darkness of the massage.
Believe me, I just got off it a half hour ago, and I'm all massaged up, and I feel like a new person, Bob.
Yeah, you look loose.
Well, of course.
All right, Brad.
Okay.
We're going to bring in Lonnie here today, right?
Yes, Lonnie is back to demonstrate. Now, if neck decompression or cervical traction, clinically speaking, first of all, if you're going to use it, you got to make sure it works. And it's very a simple test to find out if it works and then
if it's appropriate or not.
Right. And then what kind of device are you going to use to do it? Because you can do it manually, and I do it on a regular basis in the clinic manually. But
by manual, you mean with your hands?
Yep. Exactly.
You'll demonstrate.
I'm going to demonstrate, and I always do it manually to find out if I want to get a mechanical device to do it. Because manually, I can hold it for about 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, and I start to shake, and it's just not a good system.
Yeah, it's not something you can do to yourself, obviously, either.
Right, exactly.
There are less expensive devices too, but they tend not to be that great, are they?
Well,
hard to set up.
Right. All I know, this is what professionals use. It's a wonderful device, extremely well made, and easy to use.
Well designed.
And it is safe, like the title said. So,
okay,
shall we carry on?
Let's carry on. I'll turn
or should
this
we
off.
babble on a little more?
There we go.
Lonnie, come on in.
Come on down.
All right. So, if you have a problem with your neck, you may be experiencing neck pain, but also maybe in the shoulder blade or down into the arm, a pinched nerve. Sometimes you can be having headaches, and all that can come from pinched nerve or something that can be relieved through decompression or cervical traction. So
yeah, the joints themselves too. If you have arthritic joints on the cervical spine, they could be jamming together, and this provides some relief.
Right. So what I'll have my patient lay down on a table just like this, and I'll grab with my hand just like this underneath the head, and right at the occiput, that bone.
Yeah, right where the skull meets the neck.
Right, right.
It's kind of almost a.
I had someone call that the skull pan.
Skull pan.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Layman's terms, and a little crude, but
I don't know what lay people call it. So that's a good question.
That's where we put it. You can see my hand there. And actually, this is the exact placement that the device has its pressure points on. And it works out really well. So what I'll say is Lonnie, can you just relax and put your teeth together gently, so you don't want to have their tongue in between your teeth.
Sure.
And I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to pull this way, a little traction or decompression on the neck. Now, this is going to be gentle. I'm not going to get too aggressive. And I'm going to start out with just a little gentle one. And how did that feel, Lonnie? Pretty good? Okay. So if the sign is pretty good, I'm going to do a little more. If she would have said, that kind of hurts, I may back off and not even consider traction or decompression.
How many pounds of pressure would you think you put on there right away?
I would just say 3 to 4.
Okay, so very little.
Yeah, and actually on the device we have a meter, so we know exactly. That's a big benefit to this versus the rope ones that go over the door or into the door going horizontally. So then I'm going to go right about there. Now, does it feel good, bad, or give me thumbs up if it's good? No, that was thumbs horizontal. I'm just kidding. Now, if she feels good about it, I'm just going to hold it. And like I said, I can usually hold for about a minute reasonably comfortably. Then I start to get a little tired, and then I'll just relax. And if Lonnie was feeling good for that whole minute, then I'm going to just leave her lay there for a few minutes so that we want to have the neck or the symptoms in the arm or the headache to feel better while the traction is on or the decompression, as well as after you're done. Because it could feel good while the pressure's on and then take the pressure off. And I've had this happen where it becomes uncomfortable and it's like, oh, now it's starting to feel bad again. If that's the case, we're not going to continue.
So when you say bad, you mean worse than it was before, or just back to where it was?
Worse. If it comes
Okay.
back just to where it was, but it had good results while the pressure's on,
Sure.
then I would
Be
continue
fine.
on. But
Right.
I would do it with a caution light and make sure that I'd always test, does it feel better afterwards? And not just for a few minutes. After we use the device, I'll monitor that for the next 24
So you'd
hours.
like to see, yeah, a couple hours of relief possibly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And no getting worse, never getting worse,
Sure.
either back to where
Gotcha.
it was or better.
Sure.
Then it's a green light. Okay, are you ready, Lonnie? So we're using the Saunders cervical traction. Now,
Invented by a physical
yeah, he
therapist,
was a physical
Dwayne
therapist.
Swatters. I worked at his clinic.
Can you move that direction, please? You did.
Yeah, I did.
When?
I did an internship at one of his clinics up in
Really?
Indianapolis. Yep.
What year was that? Long.
1985.
Really?
Yep. I met
Ah,
the man, and
no kidding.
yeah, oh yeah, he was working on a book at that time, and
Oh yeah, Saunders he's quite a physical therapist, and had a number of devices that I think he invented them, and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he was a real clever guy.
So with this device, you just lay here. Now, this can be adjusted. Lonnie, can you adjust that a little bit? Just show you how you adjust the neck pads, just with your thumb screws, and she's just adjusting it, and it just makes it go out and in, and you adjust it for your head. So anybody has different size heads or adjustment, it's easily to do by yourself. And put it where you like it, Lonnie.
Yeah, we're trying to make Lonnie a little taller. She's how tall are you, Lonnie?
She's
5'1",
5'1",
and that's how tall I used to be. 5'1".
until you started this.
No, I was 4 years old, but
Oh,
eventually I.
okay. You want to
No, no, no. I don't know. That's all I
All
was.
right. So this strap goes over the head. Really, it's not necessary. You can do it without that. I'm not exactly sure why they have it there, but it's there and it's comfortable, and we're going to use it. Now,
I suppose to stop the person from trying to flex their neck forward
I
or something.
guess,
Just a reminder.
yeah.
So,
Now, it's very simple to use. Now, this is a little pneumatic cylinder, so air pressure gives the traction or the decompression. Okay, and the person doing it has complete control. So, Lonnie, you want to pump it up a little bit, and then no, they don't. uh, There's the meter here, but I don't know if we can zoom in close enough to see it. Why don't you just watch it so that you know where we're at? And usually, I go up to about 10 pounds with someone. Lonnie,
so
you just
all she's doing is she's pumping the air into the
right.
system.
So that here's the tube that has the air pressure going through to the cylinder.
So really, all she laid down.
Yeah,
She put her neck in between the two devices there.
yeah,
She tightened it up, and then she's ready to go.
right.
Really.
Yeah, after you adjust it once, you don't have to adjust it again.
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
it's set for you. Now, how does that feel? You got a comfortable pressure. Everything's feeling good. So now we put a timer on, or you can look at the clock, and we're going to go. The first time I do this, assuming everything feels good, I don't go any longer than 5 minutes. Even if it's feeling really good, I'm going to stop at 5 minutes. And then let's say we had the 5 minutes off, and then Lonnie, can you take the pressure off? And all you do, if you look really close here, you'll see it. See how it's taking the decompression off, and now we go back to normal.
She just spun that.
Yep, it's very simple. You can lock it, you can put it to a compression mode, and then the mode that you have when you're done with it. So it's extremely easy to use, very safe.
Yeah, I was always very impressed with the design of this
Yeah,
product. They did they had everything in mind
right.
for convenience for the patient to do it themselves.
So if Lonnie has good success with this over the next couple hours, it feels good, then she's going to do it again. You can easily do this daily, and you could do it more than once a day if you have positive results all the time. Now, I had a patient that he was a little older. He's in his 70s. He had arthritic neck and he was taking opioid pain meds. He was not happy with the side effects. This gave him relief, so he went ahead and bought one, and he uses this versus the pain meds.
And I had a patient who had chronic back pain,
Yep.
and they make one for the back too. A
Sure.
little more complicated to
Right.
use, but
Right.
he the same thing. It helped him get through the day. I
Yep.
mean, he could give him a couple hours of
Right.
relief, and
If you
know,
have a herniated disc in the neck that has a pinched nerve and you're having pain and numbness and tingling going down the arm, that can be another.
this might help.
Yep. And I've had
Yep.
this with a patient with that, and we only used it for about 2 weeks, and the problem was gone, and he didn't need it anymore. So in that case,
Nice.
it was temporary. But either way, you can
Oh,
go online, you can buy them. They're not cheap.
yeah.
But they're built very well, easy to use independently. You don't have to have a second person adjust the ropes and this and that and the other things. So it's a professional grade, and you can make an adjustment here, which can make a difference. Sometimes I'll go up and just a little difference on the
Oh,
angle
didn't
of the
even
neck.
realize that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Saunders thought of everything. There's 3
Ah,
adjustments, and it just clicks into place.
nice.
I've always yeah,
Yeah.
for Lonnie, this is the most comfortable. I've always found this to be the most
Yeah, you generally
useful.
don't need to go into flexion that far.
Right,
So,
right.
all
All
right,
right. So very good. Have good luck with your
your
neck
cervical
pain.
spine, right?
Yep, and everything else. Now, Lonnie, she's gonna be a little taller when she gets up.
That's right. She's probably about the same height as me now. So,
All
all
right.
right.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.